Tonight, we will witness a rare celestial event, the full lunar eclipse, also called the blood moon. This will be the longest eclipse in years, the first blood moon since 2018 visible across the country.
On March 3, 2026, the sky itself will speak, casting a shadow across the moon so deep, so dark, history believes it's an omen. We call it the blood moon. But this isn't just astronomy. This is a convergence of celestial precision, geological chaos, and a prophecy written 18 years ago. And it all points to a moment in 1917 that changed the world forever. In a year already marked by a cosmic code, a fiery ring in February, a nation swallowed by total darkness in August, the blood moon of March 3rd is the missing piece. What if the color of this eclipse is being determined not by science, but by the aftermath of the largest eruption in a century? And what if the timing of this shadow links directly to the fall of empires? This is the blood moon of 2026, and here is the history you weren't meant to know. First, the mechanics. A total lunar eclipse is the ultimate cosmic lineup, a syzygy, when the Earth passes directly between the Sun and Moon. If Earth were an airless rock, the Moon would simply vanish. But we are not an airless rock. The Moon turns blood red because Earth's atmosphere acts as both a lens and a filter. The process is called Rayleigh scattering. Our air aggressively strips away the short wavelength blue light, which is why the sky is blue. What survives? Only the long wavelength reds and oranges. This means the light illuminating the blood moon is the collective projection of every sunrise and every sunset happening on Earth at that exact moment. From the moon, the Earth would look like a dark disk surrounded by a brilliant fiery ring of atmospheric light. This is the source of the crimson glow. Now, for those asking, is this a supermoon? Absolutely not. The 2026 eclipse happens roughly midway between the moon's closest and farthest points to Earth. The drama here is all about color, depth, and shadow, not size. The geometry is predictable, but the color is chaotic. And the color of the 2026 blood moon holds a secret about our own planet. A standard atmosphere leads to a standard red moon. But Earth's atmosphere is currently anything but standard. It is still carrying the legacy of the massive January 2022 Hunga Tonga Hunga Hapai eruption. Historically, volcanoes that inject sulfur dioxide, like Mount Pinatubo in 1991, cause famously dark gray eclipses, rated L=0 on the Danjan scale. Why? The sulfate aerosols scatter light so aggressively the shadow turns black. But Hunga Tonga was different. It was water-rich, injecting an unprecedented 150 megatons of water vapor directly into the stratosphere. That's a 10% increase in the global stratospheric water burden. This persistent water vapor acts differently than sulfur. Instead of making the moon disappear, scientists hypothesized that the lingering water vapor will absorb specific wavelengths of light, reducing the brilliance. The prediction? A deep red eclipse, likely a Danjan L=2 or L=3. Instead of a bright glowing copper lantern, the moon may appear somber, a muddy, dried rust color. In 2026, the blood moon is not just red, it's being painted by a ghost from the deep ocean.
If the 1917 connection is historical, the 2026 timing is prophetic. The March 3rd eclipse aligns precisely with the Jewish festival of Purim. This holiday commemorates the Book of Esther, celebrating the deliverance of the Jewish people from a decree of genocide orchestrated by the ancient Persian Empire. In modern prophetic circles, this Purim alignment has caused a frenzy. Commentators argue that a blood moon on this specific date is an omen regarding modern conflict between Israel and Iran, with Persia being a typological map for the modern state. And this isn't the only ancient meaning the red moon carries. The worm moon. The March full moon is traditionally called the worm moon, signaling the thawing of the ground and the return of spring, a duality of life and death. The Inca. They believed the deep red hue was the moon literally bleeding after being savaged by a celestial jaguar. To drive the beast away, they would shout and beat their dogs to make them howl. The Babylonians. Viewing the eclipse as a direct threat to the king, they invented the ritual of the Shar Puhi, or substitute king. A commoner would be placed on the throne during the eclipse to absorb the ill omens, ensuring the prophecy of royal death was fulfilled without harming the true monarch. From the jungles of Tonga, to the battlefields of 1917, to the coded prophecies of the Near East, the blood moon of March 3, 2026 is not just a light show. It is a cosmic moment where physics, history, and myth collide. Whether you call it the Jaguar's blood, the shadow of a forgotten war, or a message written in the sky, one thing is certain: the voice of the cosmos is speaking in silence. Are you ready to listen? Let me know in the comments, what do you think the 2026 blood moon means?
Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And subscribe to Beyond Moon History for more deep dives into the hidden corners of the past.